1932 until today, the Royal Enfield Bullet, the longest production line motorcycle ever in the world, in history, and tonight it gets its biggest upgrade ever, the 650cc proven parallel twin. I have my initial thoughts on this bike, and I encourage you to let me know your thoughts on this bike also, and I'll let you know what I think later on in this video. Now, it's worth taking a second to appreciate just how much ground this nameplate has covered. The Bullet name has been in continuous production since 1932, evolving through dozens of transformations over nearly a century. But through every single era, it's always stood for one thing: a rugged, dependable, bulletproof motorcycle. I actually own a Bullet 500 back home in England, and I absolutely love that bike. There is something sacred about that low-end single-cylinder thump and the chug 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 that vibrates right up through the handlebars. To me, that raw simplicity is the absolute soul of the machine. And because of that deep history, part of me really questions whether the Bullet name belongs on a twin-cylinder engine at all. Does the Bullet belong to a 650 heart, or should it have stayed a classic single? The moment you drop a high-revving 650cc parallel twin into the frame, you fundamentally alter the DNA of what the Bullet has been for almost 100 years. Now, Royal Enfield does things a bit differently here in Thailand. Before the official evening reveal even started, the launch day kicked off with a proper afternoon ride out. 20 bikes, nearly 30 of us in total, pushing through full Thailand monsoon rain up to the mountain to grab a Chinese tea, riding through heavy downpours on slick asphalt just to celebrate a new launch says everything you need to know about the community out here. Royal Enfield's following in Thailand is massive, and it's growing year by year. After we dried off at the venue, the lights went down and the sheets finally came off the Bullet 650. The atmosphere was electric, so much so that before the launch party even wrapped up, one of the models on display was officially sold right there on the spot. That instant sale tells you exactly everything you need to know about the demand out here. People have been waiting for this bike, and the moment it touched Thai soil, someone put their money down to take it home. It shares the same proven 648cc parallel twin engine and the main steel tubular spine frame platform that we already know across the 650 range, producing that familiar 47 horsepower and 52 Newton meters of torque. It's mostly separated from its siblings by a distinct rear tail section, classic deeply balanced mudguards, upright bench seat and retro trim. To me, it's platform sharing at its finest. It doesn't necessarily bring groundbreaking new tech, engine mapping or geometry to the table compared to something like the classic 650. So personally, I don't think this brings anything new to the table. It's a mixture of a classic 650 and a Meteor 650 rolled into one. It's the same frame, same engine. It's just the aesthetics, right? It's just the actual looks of the bike, and having the dual seat, a bit more comfort for your pillion rider. It's a classic Bullet look. I do like the look of it, but I don't think it's as sexy as the classic 650, especially the chrome and black, and not as sexy as my Meteor 650. So, the 650 engine, first of all in the Interceptor 650 and the GT 650, then appeared the Meteor 650, after that the Shotgun 650, after that the Bear 650, after that the Classic 650, and now the Bullet 650. Lots of different flavours, lots of different tastes catered for. And what's really surprising are the different range in price scale. The Meteor 650 being the highest price, the most expensive, and now the new Bullet 650 being at the lowest end, the lowest price 650 parallel twin. So that's a winner for the Bullet 650. And just like the rest of the Royal Enfield's heavy-set 650 line, this bike carries real mass, with a curb weight hovering around 243 kilograms, combined with all that solid steel construction, dual pea-shooter pipes and an 800mm seat height, it feels big, tall and heavily planted. This is a heavy tour bike for Thailand again. It's going to be a tall seat height again on that. I'll check the figures, but yeah, it's got the look. It's definitely got Royal Enfield written all over it. When I rode the Meteor 650 compared to the Shotgun 650, totally different bikes, totally different ergonomics, total different handling bikes. So Royal Enfield have got a very good knack of changing the style of the bike, even though it's the same engine and the same frame sometimes, totally different bikes. When it comes to the Bullet 650, I'm not too sure about this. I think that's going to be the same bike pretty much as a classic 650. The only thing that they've changed are the looks. Because the bike is only just officially launched here in Thailand, there are actually no demo bikes available for me to try at the moment. But looking at the engineering specs, I honestly feel like it's going to ride and handle almost identically to the classic 650, which, to be fair, was an awesome machine to ride. You're getting that exact same 43mm front fork setup, identical 25.5 degree rake geometry and the same 19-inch front spoked wheel, and that proven twin engine delivering smooth, effortless torque. And if you're wondering why we get these 650 models a bit later here in Thailand compared to India, Europe or the UK, it comes down to how Royal Enfield operates out here. Initial production from the main factory in Chennai, India, always goes to cover domestic Indian demand and early spring shipments to European markets. But for Thailand, Royal Enfield doesn't just ship in fully built imports. They assemble the bikes locally right here at their assembly facility in Samat, Prakan. Importing the knockdown kits, setting up the local assembly line and clearing all the local Thai transport approvals and paperwork takes extra time. But the huge payoff for the riders here in Thailand, local assembly keeps import tariffs down, which is precisely why Royal Enfield can launch the Bullet 650 at such an aggressive starting price tonight of 229,000 baht. There is a market for every single one of these 650 platforms for the die-hard Bullet purists who have been waiting for years for a highway-capable big twin version of their favourite badge, a bike that can cruise at 120 km per hour all day without sweating. Here it is. It gives the Bullet loyalist traditional heritage presence backed by smooth twin-cylinder power. Even if it isn't the bike for me, for the people who wanted this exact motorcycle, Royal Enfield have delivered. So those are my initial thoughts from the launch night here in Thailand. Is the Bullet 650 everything you hoped it would be, or do you prefer the single cylinder routes? Drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done already, and I'll see you on the next one.